I, Sharad Rao.
The seven-member tribunal appointed by President Uhuru Kenyatta to investigate mega corruption allegations against suspended Supreme Court Judge Philip Tunoi could have begun its work on a sour note, with questions raised on the eligibility of its chairman Sharad Rao, critics faulting President Uhuru Kenyatta and his advisers for appointing the 80-year-old lawyer to chair the probe team established to determine if Tunoi pocketed a 200 million shillings bribe from Nairobi Governor Dr. Evans Kidero to influence the outcome of an electoral petition filed by Ferdinand Waitito.
One of the newspapers started saying that I was 80. The next one said I was 81. A third one said I was 83. And the YouTube said I was 89. And I said that if this debate were to continue, I would be dead and buried by the time the issue was settled.
Rao's age-raising legal questions, with a section of lawyers citing Article 167 sub-Article 1 of the Constitution that sets the retirement age of judges at 70 years. The Constitution requires the chairperson of a tribunal appointed to probe the conduct of a judge to be a present or past member of the bench, or at least qualified to be appointed as a judge.
So is Sharad Rao qualified to be appointed as a judge? Absolutely not.
The section they're referring to refers to the tenure of a judge. He's not a judge. So I don't think this section applies.
Therein lies the argument that could scuttle the operations of the tribunal. Even before the Tunoi probe team gets down to business, there are concerns that any Kenyan can move to court to contest the constitutionality of the tribunal, these on the basis of the age of Sharad Rao. Could this be a deliberate move by the government to derail the operations of the tribunal and scuttle what could bring the entire judiciary down on the basis of integrity?
There was never any intention to have a tribunal. And by swearing in Mr. Rao, what they have done is to effectively cripple the operations of that tribunal, because as I suspect, the next thing that we're going to hear is a challenge to the constitutionality of that tribunal.
Age limit only comes in if you're appointed a judge and then you have to retire at the age of 70. Because also, do not forget that if a judge who has served as a judge can sit, a retired judge will always be plus 70. So why would they ask other members not to, over 70 not to be eligible?
The swearing in of Rao and his team was preceded by confusion on just who would chair the tribunal after an administrative secretary in the office of the President Kennedy Kihara said retired Judge Jonathan Havelock had been picked to chair the team after issues were raised on Rao's age.
And the President communicates in writing. He appointed a tribunal, it was gazetted, and nothing has changed from that point. I think anything you hear apart from that is speculation.
Havelock was absent during the swearing-in ceremony amid claims he had boycotted the event to protest the failure to pay him over 8 million shillings arrears owed to him by the government. The tribunal chairman, however, confirmed that Havelock will be sworn in tomorrow, as Muturi denied the government owed the retired judge any money. Francis Gashuri's Citizen Business Center.